Coming up on The Cut, tensions between Israel and Palestine continue to rise following Israel shutting down power in Gaza, how the shutdown impacted Gaza citizens.
And the Arizona Diamondbacks have been playing against the Texas Rangers in the World Series, how fans have been supporting the team.
And actor Matthew Perry, who's best known for his role as Chandler on Friends, has sadly passed away. How this has deeply affected many, The Cut starts now. Welcome to the Cut Network. I'm Ernie Jimenez.
And I'm Shayera Bradley.
Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was clear and direct on Monday morning that Israel would not agree to a ceasefire as ground operations in Gaza escalate. Netanyahu stated, although the Bible says there is a time for peace, he said, quote, "This is a time for war," end quote. Israel's military said it killed dozens of Hamas fighters overnight and struck targets in northern Gaza as a part of its expanded ground operations. Meanwhile, numerous organizations have expressed concern over the humanitarian situation in Gaza. UNICEF's chief warned of possible catastrophe due to lack of clean water. According to CNN, an Israeli strike on the Jabalia refugee camp on Tuesday, quote, likely killed a large number of people, unquote. The World Health Organization said hundreds have been killed in attacks on the health sector, and the UN warned civil order is deteriorating in Gaza. Lebanon's Prime Minister Najib Mikati said an escalation of the war in Gaza could plunge the whole region into chaos. An upstick in clashes with Hezbollah has raised fears that the powerful Lebanese paramilitary group could actively participate in the conflict. Iran's President Ibrahim Raisi has said Sunday that Israel has, quote, crossed the red lines and it may force everyone to take action, end quote. Last week, citizens of Gaza had no cell service, but an effort led from Egypt helped to reconnect them. Cover reporter Abby Urick is here with more information. Abby?
Thank you, Ernie. This past weekend, civilians of Gaza experienced a complete shutdown of cell service. This was discovered when 31-year-old author Myrna El-Helwabi noticed how the social media accounts of her Palestinian friends in Gaza had gone dark. As Israeli troops pushed into Gaza and airstrikes continued, countless people exposed to danger were in a communications blackout. A group of journalists and other activists discovered a life-saving loophole. Gazans with some Israeli SIM cards could still use their phones to receive information if they could get close enough to an Israeli cellular tower. Digital eSIM cards can be purchased by anyone, anywhere, and be sent digitally to innocent Gazans. Nearly 200 miles away from her home, Ms. El-Helwabi helped to circumvent the silence. She started an online plea titled Keep Gaza Online, which was seen by her 755K followers. Her post set off a huge digital effort to elude telecommunications blackout in Gaza. Ms. El-Helwabi said, quote, "It all happened in a spontaneous action. I wasn't expecting the thousands of people from all around the world, in Europe, the US, and Latin America, to be ready to help Palestinians get proper internet access. Regardless of whose side those thousands of people were on, they came together to help Gaza get its voice online again." For the Cut Network, I'm Abby Urick.
Thank you, Abby. We will keep you updated as we receive more information. Sportsbooks see surge in bets as World Series begins. According to representatives from Caesars Sportsbook, Arizona has been the most engaged in the first two games of the World Series than any other state in terms of active customers wagering on games. It's not just winners and losers that they're betting on. It ranges from anytime home runs to the outcome of the first pitch or even the exact final score. Cities that host major sporting events, such as the World Series, tend to see a surge in betting activity if they have legal sports betting. The 2023 World Series is the second to be hosted in a city with legal sports betting. The first was the 2022 World Series when games were hosted in Philadelphia. A fun fact is that this is the first World Series with a sportsbook right outside the stadium where the game is being played. The Caesars Sportsbook is located right outside Chase Field and is a Diamondback sports betting partner.
A Dia de los Muertos festival celebrating life was in Phoenix this weekend. McKeetsley, an indigenous-focused Dia de los Muertos festival, was hosted on Sunday for the 12th consecutive year. Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, is observed on November 1st and 2nd. It is an ancient celebration with Aztec origins that became popular in the States due to the Chicano movement. The event was hosted by the Cultural Coalition, a Phoenix nonprofit dedicated to uplifting Latino traditions. The festival focused on bringing people from all walks of life, giving them a chance to learn about curanderismo, earth-based practice and healing practice.
Adam Johnson, a professional American hockey player who appeared in 13 NHL games with the Pittsburgh Penguins through 2019 and 2020, has unfortunately died after his neck was cut by a skate blade during a match in England on Saturday. He was 29. Johnson was playing for the Nottingham Panthers in a Challenge Cup game against the Sheffield Steelers when he suffered the cause of death during the second period of the Elite Ice Hockey League game at Sheffield's Otilita Arena. The league announced that all 3 games scheduled for Sunday in Belfast, Fife, and Guildford were postponed. Following Johnson's death, Nottingham's game scheduled for Tuesday was also postponed. The NHL has had skate cut scares throughout its history, most notably Buffalo Sabres goaltender Clint Malarchuk, who took a blade to the neck during a game against St. Louis on March 22, 1989. Malarchuk will eventually come back and play 10 days later after receiving rapid medical attention.
Doctors could revive a bid to block Arizona ban on genetic abnormality-related abortions. Abortion rights advocates are being given the chance to block the Arizona law, making it a felony for doctors to perform fetal genetic abnormality abortions in Arizona. This includes conditions like Down syndrome. In an order issued on Monday, a federal appeals court sent the case back to a lower court to consider the doctors requesting to block the law. The law makes it a felony punishable for 4 to 24 months in jail. Judge Douglas Reyes blocked the ban in September 2021 after it was deemed likely unconstitutional. Arizona will become the latest state to put the question of reproductive rights directly to the voters.
The world truly lost a friend as actor Matthew Perry was found dead at his home in Los Angeles on Saturday, October 28th. Cover reporter Alana Goodman is here with the story. Alana?
Hi, yes, Ernie. Matthew Perry, who played Chandler Bing, one of people's favorite TV characters on Friends, recently died from drowning in a hot tub in California on Saturday evening. Matthew Perry was only 54 years old when he died. Perry was found unresponsive after investigators found him in a hot tub at his home in Los Angeles. Police say it could be weeks or even months before the cause of death is established. Detectives from Robbery Homicide Protection completed an investigation and said there weren't any signs of trauma. The official cause of Perry's death is pending the coroner's investigation. Everyone around the world is mourning over beloved Friends character Chandler Bing. Jennifer Aniston, Lisa Kudrow, Courtney Cox, and Matt LeBlanc honored and wrote a statement about Perry. We are also utterly devastated by the loss of Matthew. We were more than just castmates. We are a family. Their statement reads, "There is so much to say, but right now we're going to take a moment to grieve and process this unfathomable loss. In time, we will say more as and when we are able." The statement continues, "For now, our thoughts and our love are with Maddie's family, his friends, and everyone who loved him around the world." Perry played the role of Chandler in Friends for 10 years, and it was his sarcastic comedic performance that gave him a 2002 Emmy nomination. Matthew brought so much joy to the world, both as an actor and a friend. They wrote, "You all meant so much to him, and we appreciate the tremendous outpouring of love," said Perry's family. An autopsy has been completed on Perry, and investigators are waiting for a toxicology report. For the Cut Network, I'm Alana Goodman reporting.
Thank you, Alana. We send our deepest condolences to Matthew Perry's friends and family.
4 people face charges after 2 million dimes were stolen from the U.S. Mint. We are getting more details about the more than 2 million dimes that were stolen from a tractor trailer that had picked up coins from the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia. The truck driver was headed for Miami and stopped in the parking lot in April when the thieves took the tractor trailer and made off with $750,000 in dimes. According to the authorities, the shipment weighed about 6 tons. Thousands of coins were left scattered around the lot. The theft was part of a slew of tractor trailer robberies in the region. The coins were later converted into cash at coin machines across state lines in Maryland and in several Philadelphia banks. The 4 men, Rakeem Savage, Ronald Byrd, Hanif Palmer, and Malik Palmer, all face conspiracy of robbery, theft of government money, and other charges.
Thank you for tuning in to the Cut Network.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram, @thecut_network, and on Twitter, @thecut_ASU. Have a good night.